If you're stuck and don't know where to go from here, if you've drafted your book or not even started and you don't know what to do, maybe you need a writing plan. Hi, I'm author ER Reading, and today we're going to discuss why you should make a writing plan and how you can make a writing plan. First off, what is a writing plan? So a writing plan is planning out how long each step of writing, editing, publishing takes you and how you want that to look for you. So I'm a self-published YA author, so this is my book upcoming in May, and I've learned a lot through trial and error. My first novel, Soul Chaser, took me probably 3 months to draft, and it has taken me over a year to edit. Now, I wasn't expecting this when I first started writing. I expected that I would write my book in 3 months, and then I could edit it in 1 month, and then I could be, oh, there's a key. I could be done within that amount of time, publish it, move on to the next one. It took me a lot longer than I was expecting, and taking a lot longer can be a good thing. It can mean you grow in a way you weren't experienced before that can help your novel improve in the future. So when you set out to create a writing plan, it can mean a couple different things. It can mean a step-by-step, how long each step takes you. Like drafting took me 3 months for my first novel. Then it took me about 6 months to draft the second one, which was about 100,000 words, so almost double the original first book. So it takes me about 3 months to write 50,000 words on average. Knowing that, I can set aside that amount of time that it takes me in order to write my next book. Knowing how long it takes me to edit can also help me when I'm planning on publishing. Now, if you're not planning on publishing, if you're just writing, I also have some tips for you. When I'm actually writing, to actually complete my tasks, I have to show up for myself. So that means setting a time of day and an amount of time that I can sit down to write, setting a timer, following through, doing writing sprints to actually show up and be there and write. Even if the words are terrible, even if I have to rewrite it, even if everything is trying to be turbulent around me and I can actually sit down to write, I feel a lot better and I have that time set aside and it's not just gonna float by me with other things that I think are more important at the moment. So that's tip number 1, timer, set a time for when you need to write. Tip number 2, set goals for what you want for your actual novel. My first book was I wanted it to be published and I wanted to do it self-publishing. So that's what the goal I've been working on for a few years now, and it's finally coming true in May and I'm very excited about that. So if your goal is to be published, then you need to map out those steps for you, whether that's self-publishing or traditional publishing, and work out how you want to get there. The next thing is create a space for your writing. So whether that's a corner in your living room that you really love to write in, or a whole desk, or even a whole office that you have to set up for your writing. Create a space that you feel creative in and that's clean and that you can keep organized somewhat, so that when you sit down to write, your mind is free of clutter and that you're in the zone to write. So my last one is to show up for yourself. So when you make these plans, when you make these goals, it's actually showing up for yourself, being there for yourself. Have enough self-confidence and love when you sit down to be aware that not every day is going to be perfect, not every day is going to be great, but at least you showed up for yourself. Now, when you make a writing plan, say I'm writing 2 days a week or 3 days a week, from 3 until 5 p.m. and I have that time to write. I sit down, I set the timers, I get in the mood, and then it takes me 4 months to draft and then 5 months to edit. That's an exaggeration, but that's an estimate, and then you can build your plan off of that. And when you have a plan and you have goals, you then have clarity and you can look back or understand where you're needing to go. And it provides this sense of peace and understanding in yourself and in your writing. I hope this video made some sense and I hope you liked it, so please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye!